Herzlich willkommen im Stream. Freunde, wir gucken jetzt FNCS. Sollen wir Mr. Savage oder Fortnite Competitive? Ja, komm, lieber Fortnite.
Safety so they can secure that loot without the risk of getting knocked down as well. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like SETI might have already been taking out, leaving Cammy and Cherry alone, 55 below. They lost the Storm Surge damage from SETI, now forced to find a bit more as a duo. Water Strike used as Cammy's last heal, last shield in the loadout. Only wood left to build as well, as this looks more grim than ever for this duo.
That is up until he finds a huge pump shot onto Cool. That's going to give him a little bit more material and a Typhoon Blade at least to swap out with that Kinetic Blade he was rocking. Still going to be a tough circumstance, hoping to just go unnoticed in the sky, managing to Kinetic Blade straight towards the front side of zone. He's going to stake out his claim on the low ground, gets a nice shred into Voxtail, but now has to turn back, try and hold things through. Shari also looking incredibly battered here, does not have a whole lot of heals to work with.
Good job healing for his teammate though, as we look back on to Mr. Savage. Both his teammates low on shield. They have enough to recuperate it. They just need the time to use those splashes, as now they're going to continue to get into zone. Have to be careful not to land in another box, as now the pressure could be on quickly enough, getting themselves into safety. And now hopefully they can either decide, do we want to stay ahead or do we want to wait for this next zone to appear? And then with that triple Oni mask made their way in, but Mongol's already been taken out. Panzer still low on shield. Savage stuck in another box now, as he's cracked to just 84 HP and left as a solo.
Savage just too separated, not able to look for the backup that he'd been hoping for with Panzer. His team though still able to communicate. Panzer does have a tendency to IGL through the late game, so he might be able to help out Savage despite not being a direct participant. Tripper in a very similar situation to what we just saw as well, holding on to this last charge of the Water Sprite, but making his way through towards this next portion, and he's not going to get the chance. Immediately eliminated the moment he tries to leave his box.
Look at the clouds though. Shake off, sky jump. Looks like they're going to want to hold on to height here, as they do have to be careful of the teams rotating through right below them. So far, just making sure nobody else is trying to contest, seeing if they can stay ahead, pre-placing those Oni masks, ticking off the checklist to play high ground, as Mr. Savage is still up as a solo, and he's climbing up even further.
Mr. Savage looked like he had the intention for a moment there to try and lurk secondary height. Instead, gets a huge rip into Shari from behind. Did not have a chance to see that one coming. Final splash has been expended though, and Mr. Savage is down to his last few builds as well. He's gonna have to sit behind and hope that somebody runs in front of him. Instead, gonna try to just TP forward. Final cone, and that is all that separates him from being lobbied here.
Yeah, the zone pulled opposite side to where Mr. Savage was. Unlucky pull, but as a solo, you do want to ride the back of the wave, as high ground has been chopped down. Shakeoff reconnecting as we look at Ping, Malabuka Walks, who have a great tarp here on low ground. But once again, it looks like Vico, Veno, Flixie, they saw height, they won it as the battle unleashed.
Vico, though, getting a little bit clipped from the side. Veno gonna back him up. Momsy seeming to be the one to try and shut him down, but instead, Flixie going to ultimately help them secure the height. But wait, Vico, he's been taken out. Shoga's Medallion now belongs to Momsy instead. And with Skyjump having just recently been knocked, it's going to be only Flixie and Veno left up above. But they know it's a pretty significant blow, losing Vico in the process.
Be careful, Malabuka's looking at high. I think he looked up, he saw the action. They could potentially go for a retake here. Ping gets chopped down, but Malabuka is going to use that Oni mask back up. As Ping's stuck on the low ground, he needs to help his team out here. Oni mask gets used, now the battle continues. Will Veno ever get a break?
The problem is, Veno and Flixie, they're only a duo. Wax being Malabuka instantly